Jacob here with Sarracenia Northwest, and this is your Carnivorous Plant Care Guide for December 2025. Now that clip you just saw was on a recent hike along the Lewis River in Washington, and that's a good lesson to be very careful when you're exploring nature because nature can be dangerous. And don't worry, I wasn't hurt. In fact, I thought it was pretty funny. I laugh every time I look at that video, and I hope you do too. As for our plants, we had our first frost of the season in late November. We only got down to 30 degrees, but it was enough to create a layer of frost on some plants, which means our outdoor perennials are officially dormant. Sarracenia flava, Oreophila, and their hybrids often shed their pitchers during fall, and as we continue into winter, we usually won't have much to look at. But if you look near the base of these plants, you'll see some non-carnivorous leaves called phyllodia. On the other hand, Sarracenia leucophila and minor have much more durable pitchers. Their pitchers will often last into midwinter, even after a series of frost and snow. Other species and hybrids will vary depending on how much frost we get. Venus flytraps are also dormant. They've lost much of their upright summer traps and have only a few ground-hugging traps remaining. Red dragonfly trap is more deciduous. If we get any significant frost, they will drop all of their traps and hunker down beneath the soil. Hardy sundews have also shut down to a dormant resting bud. They'll remain this way throughout winter. Darlingtonia's pitchers will remain throughout winter, but they may develop some browning during dormancy. Now we're located in Eagle Creek, Oregon, and on winter solstice, the sun will rise at 7:47 in the morning and set at 4:29 in the evening. Now, that's less than 9 hours of daylight at our nursery, which is far different than the nearly 16 hours we get on the summer solstice. During dormancy, outdoor perennials won't need much sunlight, especially if the temperature is near freezing. However, these plants will still need water, so make sure there's water in their trays. If the soil dries out, you may risk losing your plants. An inch or two of water is sufficient. As long as the water level is below the halfway point of the pot, you don't have to worry about overwatering during winter. If you're in USDA Zone 7, 8, and 9, you can leave your outdoor perennials outside unprotected for most of winter. As potted plants, Sarracenia and flytraps can withstand overnight temperatures down to 20 degrees. The main thing to watch out for is an extended freeze or freezing wind. These conditions can severely dehydrate potted plants through a process called freeze drying or frost burn. So, if a prolonged freeze is in the forecast, cover your plants with tarps or sheets of black plastic to protect them. The goal is to protect them from frost burn. I also have lots of customers in Zone 7 and 8 asking if it's okay to cut off Sarracenia pitchers now that the plants are dormant. Generally, you don't need to. With large Sarracenia, you can keep the older pitchers until March or April. With smaller or younger Sarracenia, especially those in small pots, there's an advantage to cutting them off now because they're more prone to frost burn during an Arctic blast. But mostly it's a judgment call based on your region and overall winter care method. If you decide to clip off pitchers now, just make sure the plant is dormant. If you're in Zone 6 and colder, your plant should already be nicely tucked away under a layer of mulch or biding their time on an unheated windowsill. Check on your plants periodically for mold and fungus and treat them accordingly. If the temperature rises above freezing, ensure the soil is always moist and your plants are properly hydrated. Watch our video on winter care for more information. With most tropical plants, not much will change from November to December. The only exception is tropical butterworts. Some will be in active growth with very large leaves. Others will drop their large leaves and produce a rosette of smaller succulent-like leaves. This formation is their resting phase to deal with droughts during winter in the wild. Not all butterworts do this. Some continue growing normally throughout winter. To care for your tropical sundews and butterworts in December, give them as much sunlight as possible. In a home, this means growing your plants in a south window where plants can get direct sunlight. If you're worried about your plants getting enough light, consider supplementing with LED lights. We have a video about LED lights and you can find the link in the description below. The soil of your tropical sundew should also be moist at all times. Since water evaporates much slower in winter, you can just water them as needed or keep them in small amounts of water. Mexican butterworts prefer a slightly drier soil during winter, so avoid setting these plants in water. Instead, water from the top and allow the water to drain through. Allow the water to dry slightly between watering. Nepenthes and Helianthera sometimes slow down in December because of the shorter days and cooler temperatures. Some older leaves and pitchers will die off. This is normal at this time of the year if you rely on natural sunlight. Just clip them off as they occur. Also water your Nepenthes and Helianthera when the topsoil begins to feel dry and allow the water to drain through completely. Speaking of Nepenthes, if you haven't seen our video about humidity and Nepenthes, make sure to check it out because we are already producing 2 follow-up videos, the pros and cons of high humidity and 12 reasons why your Nepenthes isn't producing pitchers. But our current video about humidity serves as a foundation for these 2 upcoming videos, so make sure to watch it. Now, before I sign off, I want to let you know that if you're looking for holiday gifts this season, visit growcarnivousplants.com to check out the plants we have in stock. We have some great specials going on throughout December. We also ship throughout the year and provide complimentary winterized packaging for all tropical plants going to frosty areas of the country. So check out the website and share the joy of carnivorous plants this holiday season. Thank you so much for watching, and if you plan to explore nature this month, stay safe, okay? I'll see you in another video.
Oh,